Why are we not talking about how fucking sick a 40-hour work week is? I'm so sorry. So you're telling me that I have to wake up at the fucking butt crack of dawn every single day, go and work somewhere that has fluorescent lighting, is cold and uncomfortable for the entirety of the day, and do that 5 times a week? No, like, that's fucking sick.
5 times.
Like, you guys are mentally ill. Like, please get diagnosed.
Nobody wants to work anymore. Jeez, nobody wants to work anymore. And what about it?
What the fuck about it? No, we don't.
Get a job!
I hate her tone, but I'm gonna try to sympathize. I think Gen Z is dealing with the same problems that millennials had to face, and that's realizing that you ain't special. With the rise of media in the 90s and the rise of social media in the 2000s, people were told that they could do whatever they put their mind to, and that's not true. The truth of the matter is, most people hate their jobs. Nobody's passionate about folding pants at the Banana Republic. And some people don't realize, technically, you don't have to work. You can go harvest your own crops and build your own cabin in the woods, but since you want an iPhone and the cute apartment with the nice lighting, then you gotta pay somebody because somebody had to work to build that. But to be fair and to sympathize with her a little bit more, inflation does kind of ruin it for everybody, because not only does it make everything more unaffordable for Gen Z, but it also takes away from the work that you've already put in to earn the money that you've been saving, because now that money is worth less than it was before. But she does make it hard to sympathize, because I don't know what that is, that little fake TikTok I'm about to whine voice. It's very easy to hate.
Day in the life as a 23-year-old product manager at Meta.
That to-do list is just egregious. It says work, workout, vibe.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Always journal in the morning. I then do a quick workout routine. I get dressed. I try to look cute every day. Got some food at the office. I make a coffee every single morning. I did some work on the roof. Worked until lunch and then ate up there. Here's me being cute.
As of May 2024, the average salary for a product manager at Meta in the United States was $186,000 per lap around the sun. That's just rage bait at this point.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
I know Mark Zuckerberg seen this video and he was pissed. He can't wait to get rid of her ass.
You're fired!
In 2023, Meta fired about 15,000 people, and this year they plan on firing another 10,000 people. She gotta be on that list. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, and I know this might seem pessimistic, but I think the companies are just waiting to replace us with AI. At this point, they're just buying time until they can get rid of us. And the craziest part is, I remember when blue-collar workers were complaining about their jobs being replaced by AI, and nobody cared. But the moment those white-collar jobs were getting replaced by AI, people started to talk about it. Part of the separation in America is because more than ever, people are just living 2 different realities. Compare her job to these guys. Like, how could you ever expect those 2 types of people to look at the world the same? Which type of person is more likely to go, let's give the Ukraine more money?
It's not gonna, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna, nah, it ain't gonna work.
There was a listing on Facebook for an apartment, and I've been living in my car for over a year trying to save, and they blocked me and took all my money.
Let's talk about how much I hate my frickin' job. It's 11:30 p.m. and I just got home from the gym. And not to mention, I still need to cook, eat, and shower after this, so I won't even be in bed until 1 a.m. I literally work from 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. 5 days a week, and sometimes on the weekends too. And not to mention, I'm barely getting paid anything for the hours that I'm putting in. It's crazy to think that if my parents weren't still helping me with my rent, I would literally be living paycheck to paycheck. And that's insane, dude. That's insane. And I literally still have 2 more months of this busy season. I've been working 60-hour weeks and I feel like I'm just going fucking insane because I have no time for anything else. My life lately is literally just wake up, work, eat at my desk, work again, and then gym, and then eat, and then sleep, and then repeat that over for like 5 days straight. And I'm going insane, bro. And I need a change in career so bad. So if any of you can help me out, I would be super grateful. I have a business degree and I graduated from UCI. I have president's lists on my transcript. please just help me get out of this job. If you can suggest anything, or if you can get me a referral to one of the companies that you're working at, I would be extremely grateful, because I have no time for anything else right now. And I just feel like I'm going crazy. So
if she needs her parents to help her pay rent, she's not ready to be alone. She needs to be at home saving her money, not spreading her parents thin. But of course, some people rush out of the house mostly to get away from their parents' rules, and then they live in these big cities and they complain about the rent. And the truth of the matter is, it was never really meant for people to be able to afford to live alone. Most people throughout all of human history lived with their families in the house until they got married. That was a very unique circumstance in a very privileged country for a very small amount of time, and I think it's going back to normal. There's nothing wrong with living with your parents, especially if you're not being a bum and you actually saving your money, but you are going to have to live with their rules.
Y'all better stop following all them rules at work. Make you a taco. Get on your phone and watch a movie or something. What y'all recommend?
This video of this girl balancing her budget from her job, and I think like her pay, like her salary is like $75,000. In the video, she said that she her statement for her credit card was like $2,100, and at the end of her balancing out her whole like spreadsheet, she was in negative $200 for the next 2 weeks. Let me just say this. I love that she made that video and that she woke that up, because a lot of people be wondering how people be affording all these designer things, yada, yada, yada. A lot of them are just simply swiping that fucking credit card. A lot of people are literally just living in fucking debt. Big debts. Like, when she said her ending balance was $2,000, I think her limit said like $9,000. That's not even the smallest credit card debt I've seen on people that I personally fucking know. Like, so many people are not only living paycheck to paycheck, baby, they are living credit card statement to credit card statement.
Yes, because credit card companies spent billions of dollars in marketing campaigns to make sure 18-year-olds were $10,000 in the debt before they were old enough to have a Modelo. And the social media money gurus didn't help by telling people that debt is good. Yeah, debt is good for a small minority of people that know how to leverage it, but for most hardworking people, it's just gonna get them into misery. And if you're religious, I don't think any of the major religions say anything good about debt. I know in Christianity it says that the borrower is a slave to the lender. You ain't gotta compare your lives to other people's, because you'd be surprised how many people are willing to pimp themselves out for a nice purse. Man, they giving out loans for vacations nowadays. It's not safe out here.
Hide the money, y'all.
I will never be able to afford a house.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. The problem is most people don't want to afford it. And it's a hard reality. There's a lot of mortgage assistance programs out there. A lot of them will cover your down payment, and most sellers are okay with paying closing costs. I bought my house 5 years ago for $130,000. Payment on it was like $650 a month. So I understand. I bought mine a while ago, but we're in the process of buying another one as we speak. A lot of people's issue with buying a house right now is they don't know how to manage their money, and they don't know how to not spend money recklessly. An example, going out to eat. I have 4 children and a wife, so going out to eat is very expensive. It's like $60 every time we go out and eat, which is $10 a person. So say we go out and eat for lunch and dinner, and we do that all week long. That's $1,000. Damn, throw some spaghetti in the pot and eat it for 2 or 3 days, man. It's not that big a deal. Food needs to quit being romanticized. It's to keep you alive. It doesn't have to be the next biggest and greatest thing every time you get something to eat. It's to keep you alive. If you hear about our grandparents that had all this nice shit that they're all griping about, you know what they ate every day? They ate sandwiches and beans and cornbread. And you don't have to have a huge, gigantic house for your first house. Quit watching TikTok and all this nice shit that everybody has, because they make a lot more money than you do. If you make $15 an hour, you're not going to get a $300,000 house. It's just not going to happen. The bank won't even loan you the money on it. Buy you a little starter home, do a little work to it, sell it, then you can go buy a nice house. People are bitching about not being able to afford a house, but you'll afford a $400 to $800 a month car payment. Buy you like a cheap Toyota Corolla in cash and drive it until it explodes, which will probably be way after these new cars. You can have anything you want, and you can afford anything you want if you put your mind to it and you manage your money. You will never be able to move up in life with that kind of mentality about whining and complaining that the way the world is the reason why you can't afford anything nice. People are hiring left and right. Get you a good resume, go get you a decent job. There's side hustles everywhere. There's plenty of money to be made out here. Go out and make some fucking money. This girl was like, my parents bought a house back in 1995 that was $195,000 and I'll never be able to have something like that. That was a lot of damn money back in 1995. It wasn't just like chump change. Your parents made good money back then. They probably make even better money now. Guys, it's been way worse than this back in history and we've still came out on top. I hate to sound like a boomer because I'm not, but man, quit fucking complaining and go out and get it. You're not going to be able to see your family as much. You're not going to be able to see your kids as much, but if you want to give them a better life and make better money, go out and fucking do it. Otherwise, stay where you're at, accept it, and quit complaining about it.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
He's right, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but I'm sure if you look at his life, he's not by the beach. He probably doesn't live in the city with the view of the skyline. His car is probably push to start. You gotta push it to start it. But it's people like him and people with his type of financial literacy that make it to a more comfortable life. Poor people make decisions that keep them poor, like lottery tickets. Almost all lottery tickets sold are sold to people that are in poverty. Payday loans, stuff like that. But middle class people make decisions that keep them struggling, like $40,000 auto loans, expensive vacations that you can't afford, going out to eat too much. And I'm happy he talked about the food thing because he hit the nail on the head. When my dad was going to work from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. most days, and we were trying to get from the projects to our own home, we were eating stuff like hamburger helper, ramen noodles, and breakfast food. I was wondering why we was eating pancakes and eggs at dinner, and we didn't care because we was kids and you could pour sugar on them pancakes, so it didn't matter to us. But this was all a part of my mom's plan to get us into our first home. We did that for years until our parents got us out of debt, but they did it. So I understand that now it's harder than ever, but it's still possible. Really, only you can do it, because ain't nobody coming to save us.